when you had conversations with people that you got from text messaging and cold calling, and then the difference between that and when you went in someone's living room and had a conversation with them and they'd already seen you on TV. Tell me the difference between that.
Yes, number one, we're a local brand, and that all came from the recommendation of you guys. We went all in on our local brand right here in Northwest Ohio. I don't do a deal farther away than 25 minutes from my house ever. Just don't do it. The TV turned into, well, we want to confirm. Now they're looking for you on your Google, right? And they're checking, they see you on TV, that starts the circle. They start looking for you in other places. They look for you on social media. They look for you on your Google. They just research who you are, and then the phone call comes in. But when people see you on TV, the credibility goes through the roof compared to the person that's just throwing a bunch of stuff at the wall to see what sticks. We've got people in our market, and now mind you, the market I'm in, the number one market in the United States of America. Every wholesaler, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds are in this market trying to do deals.
So when you say number one, you're talking about like competitive.
No, the number one real, like if you look it up, what's the number one real estate market in the country? Toledo, Ohio they just did an article on it in Forbes or something. Like it's the number one market in the nation. Because in addition to, it's the most affordable in the nation. So I bet you 50 wholesalers every 2 days call us trying to get us to buy their houses. The difference is when you're a belly to belly local brand and you sit down across from somebody in their kitchen, you're going to trump anybody that's coming from out of town because people want to work with the local authority, the local person that they know can help them, rather than somebody sending a false offer in the mail hoping for the best, right? Mm-hmm. So that alone has doubled our numbers, and we're only halfway through the year.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you. I think belly to belly is great. We do belly to belly too. I'm in person. We actually do have a lot of people that do TV commercials in other markets and still do succeed. So there is actually still that possibility of doing it remote. But you're right. If you are in person and you are belly to belly and you compare that to someone over the phone trying to make an offer and try to get a deal, if they're looking at both of them, chances are they probably are going to go with belly to belly as long as you're within the vicinity of the offer of, other people that are, even out of town.
Right. The recommendation that you guys gave of putting the person on the TV commercial that's going to go meet the seller, that was an absolute game changer because people are like, oh, you're the people we saw on TV. And it's really a weird feeling because we show up at every appointment and we know, the people are in a funny situation. Wherever you're there because they're in a messed up situation. It's like 9 times out of 10, they instantly like you because the same people that are walking up to their front door are the ones that they saw on their TV channel last night. It's really different and it's really strange, but it's really good.
Yeah. So one of the reasons that people don't do TV is they think it's way too expensive. You don't have to share how much you're spending if you don't want to. But just tell me the difference between like your perception of what you thought TV was going to be compared to what you actually had to spend.
Yep. When you first start investing in real estate, you start off with a scarce mindset because most of us start off with nothing, right? We get into real estate start wholesaling with no money out of pocket. That's kind of the way the transition starts as you get into real estate. And me too. If you'd have told me we'd have been spending thousands of dollars a month on TV commercials 15 years ago, even 10 years ago, maybe even 5 years ago, I would have said, no, I can't afford that, right? But when I saw what it eliminated, the pain and the stress and the lifestyle that it eliminated, the money, I'd have to double check, but I think we're at a much 5x plus, maybe even more than that, probably more than that by the end of the year, return on our TV commercials. But the lifestyle, just imagine if you're running VAs and you're running all these outbound strategies and you have to watch and you're calling and you're hoping for the best every time the phone rings. Just imagine sitting back and being able to track, that your calls are going to come between 7 o'clock and 9 o'clock every single day, or usually between 5 and 8 o'clock PM. It's like clockwork. Calls are coming in because that's when people are watching TV. So not only did the money and income go up, but the lifestyle is just like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, it's what I call return on time. A lot of people talk about return on investment. I love return on time. I love, 24 years in the business. I love estimating if I'm going to put a certain amount of time out into something, what am I going to get back out of it, right? So things like outbound, my team could do that. We could do that all day long. But how much is that brain power? How much is that from a time perspective, being able to put something out there and have people coming to you is just the ultimate return on time, especially with, TV, because once you get it dialed in and you work with someone that knows how to dial it in and you get it dialed in, you can have your commercial working for many, many months, sometimes even over a year to 2 years without really having to change anything. So transition into a little bit of the leads that come in. So obviously text messaging and cold calling provide a certain type of people or certain type of leads. Are you seeing the same type of sellers calling you, or are they different types of sellers that are calling you in different reasons?
So you're getting all the above. What's happening now though is you're getting a deeper pain, right? So when you're outbound and you're you're texting whoever, absentee owners, pre-foreclosures, whatever, you're texting them hoping that their pain's bad enough, right? Well, when they call in off your TV commercials, their pain's bad enough. All you need to do is find out if you're a solution for them and really solve that pain. We don't get into numbers. I mean, we'll touch lightly on if they have an expectation, but we don't get into numbers until well after talking to the parent, really having solid rapport. You don't have to because they're calling you for an absolute reason. So now what we're noticing is there's a lot more. The big one recently this year is inherited because they're in a bad mental spot. Number one, a lot of times recently their parents or whoever had passed, they don't have money sitting around to fix up the house. That's a big one. In our market personally, the recent one is the local taxes, property taxes went through the moon in January. So we're also seeing a lot of the mom and pop landlords that never raised their taxes over the years, and that's the big one too. So now they're still charging $750 a month when it should be at $1,500 a month. Property taxes went up, rent never went up, and they don't have the capital to fix up the house, and it's a laydown for us nowadays.
Want to get motivated sellers that nobody knows about? Introducing 10x TV. If you want to create credibility in your market, find deals that nobody else knows about, and crush your competition, you need to check into TV commercials. It is the new buzz in the real estate investing industry since we introduced it several years ago. I've been using TV commercials myself for the last 12 years and it's absolutely crushed it. So if you want to learn how to get on TV and to do something that little to no people are doing right now, go to claimmymarket.com. Again, that's claimmymarket.com. We usually only work with 2 investors per market, so if you're interested, reach out to us and book a call to see if you can claim your market before anybody else does.